What's going on, guys? It's Al King, aka Big Al, and this is episode 7 of Throne Breaks. Today we have a guest interview lined up. I rip open a UFC optic box, and I ask a question that I saw on Sports Card Nonsense Twitter that I'm about to ask right now. I'm curious where we think we're going to be in 3 months with some of these guys. 2 months' time, really, I guess. Even a month and a half, right? However long football playoffs are, NFL playoffs. And as you can see, I'm wearing my Throne Break shirt that Pablo Mean Bean Game 24 on Instagram made me. That was in last week's episode. It looks great. It fits great. It feels great. I'm super stoked. Yeah, I guess hit me up if you want some. I think we can go all sizes, Mean Bean. I don't know. But hit me up if you want some Throne Breaks merch. It's pretty cool. And on that note, we're also going to start. I already go live on Why Not Running Singles. Hopefully, we're going to have product in soon where we'll be running breaks too. Yes. Sweet. Let's get into that question that I was talking about the NFL playoffs. On Sports Card Nonsense Twitter, it says, put your money where your mouth is. Who are you buying before the NFL playoffs? Who are you buying before the NFL playoffs? Is it only quarterbacks that are there? Is it one quarterback in particular that you're going all in on? Is it all the Eagles players because they're about to win the Super Bowl? Who are you buying? Me, personally, I've always been a big Jalen Hurts guy. If I had to go out, I would maybe look for Jalen Hurts. I'm kind of slow playing my single purchasing right now, but I think Jalen Hurts is a safe one. And then, honestly, if you want to take a risk, then T-Law to win a couple games. But really, A.J. Brown is a surprising name. You can get some Titans rookie cards of him. But who are you buying? I'm curious to know. Who are you buying? Who are you going all in on for the NFL playoffs? Are you even buying anyone? Is now the wrong time to buy? Which some would say yes. I kind of lean that way. Now's the wrong time to buy. But are you one of those guys that gets in on the front end? Guys or girls that gets in on the front end of the playoffs and buys a guy or two and then flips it 3 weeks later? Or is the buying window already done? And now you're just hoping that the guys you did buy in season or prior to the season have a run in the playoffs? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. I'm checking on these comments every single time they go live on YouTube on Wednesday. We are live Saturdays at 7 p.m. as well. As you know, you can come in and live chat. I would love to see live interaction during this. I'm free Saturday nights now mostly. So, heck yeah, I'd love to see you guys all there live and, answering these questions as they come up. All right, as I mentioned before, we have a guest interview on. Today's guest goes by RDG_99. You know him as Ross from Bled Sports Cards. He no longer works there. I no longer work there, but we met while I was working there. And honestly, one of the most genuine people I've ever come across. He moved back home to Iowa. And, I'm stoked he did. He's going for all the right reasons, closer to family and everything. But without further ado, here is the interview with Ross about his unique collection. What's going on, guys? I'm here with Ross, a.k.a. RDG_99. That's his handle across. Is that even your gamer tag, Ross?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever you want.
Yes, everything RDG_99. Ross and I are good friends. We met while working at Bled Sports Cards together, and he kind of rose the ranks there, and he has a unique collection. That's kind of why I wanted to bring him on. A lot of people don't collect, or I think a lot of people do collect the way he does, and I'm just not aware of them. But Ross, thanks for taking the time and hanging out.
Yeah, of course. I love the show. It's a lot of fun to watch every week, seeing what... I'm new to the hobby too, so it's fun to see everyone's different point of view.
Sweet. Hey, are you in, what room is that? Who's the Yankee fan? Is that your room?
This is my bedroom, yes.
Okay. That's sweet. I like the Yankee logo. Is that Jeter back there?
Yeah, that's my Derek Jeter jersey. I got signed.
Dude, that's really cool. The captain is like, he's one of my all-time favorite players ever.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Yankee guy.
He's the reason I am a Yankee guy, so.
Yeah, shoot, how can you not? The guy's, I don't know, respect, right? With the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you said you're new to the hobby. Talk to me about your collecting journey, like why it started, when it started, where it started, all that stuff.
Yeah, so like when I was like 5 or 6, my dad got me some sports cards. I have like the binders of them still.
Oh, that's
Just baseball. That was my favorite sport, and grew up, kind of grew out of it a little bit. But then a friend he just got into Blaze. He started working at Blaze, and said he had a job for me there if I wanted it, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do at the time. So I went to Las Vegas and started working there, and that like really got me back in the hobby. And before I moved there, I didn't know you could get an autograph on a card. I really came there not knowing anything, but grew into it, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's honestly, it's crazy because I'm the same. A lot of us are the same, I think, where we collected as kids. Whatever we collected, we collected. It honestly didn't really matter. We were just happy to have the cards. If it was a gift, it was great. If we went to the store and bought it, it was great. It really didn't matter what it was. And then we all kind of came back at similar time, right around, COVID, a little after, a little before. And I think a lot of us were shocked by, I mean, I don't really curse on here, so I'm gonna not again, but like, holy poop, this is what cards look like now. This is what they do. I mean, I remember the first time I kind of got a newer set, a more super modern set, if you will. Like just turning the card and looking at what it would do for whatever
Yeah,
reason. I was just like, no way. Like as a kid, if I had that, I would have freaked out.
yeah, like the silver and the mojo and stuff, how it looks and
Yeah,
all.
it's
Just
wild. The hypers and all that. I'm just like, yeah, as a kid, I would have freaked out. As an adult, I freak out.
I remember the first time I saw a tie-dye card, like I think my jaw was on the floor. It took me
Yeah.
30 seconds to pick it up.
Yeah, right, right. Well, since we're kind of talking about how we met, let's just kind of go to you started as a sorter and rose up to being a breaker. For the people that join into breaks, that know the hobby, that are on the buyer side, how much more difficult is it than they probably think it is? How different is the seller side than the buyer side? And do they even know? I know Jags had a good perspective on this. I want to hear yours.
On the sorting side, it's just, it's way more time consuming than you would think because there's just so many cards in some of the breaks. Like you get a Bowman full case break and it takes an hour to sort it, and then it takes an hour to bag it. So
Mm,
you're gonna 2 hours right there. But
Bowman. Bowman.
yeah, we're getting flashbacks of Bowman. But no, it's a great way, for me at least, it was a great way to learn everything because I came here not knowing that cards were numbered. And, like sorting them, looking at all the cards, the different sets, it's like I was exposed to so much. And it was just a great basis to have a learning from because when I did make the jump to breaking, it was like a lot easier. Like, oh, this one's red. It's to 49 or whatever it is in a certain set because I'd seen it so many times sorting. It was very difficult at first because there's just so much. You don't make sure everyone's getting the cards that they paid for. So it's nerve wracking. And now that I'm on the buying side of it or the collecting side of it, it's nice to know that I'm getting the cards that I wanted because someone took the time to make sure that, it was sorted correctly and shipped to me without getting damaged and all that stuff. So,
It
it really makes you appreciate the detail and care that they put into their shipments and stuff like that.
it's definitely a process that I think is underappreciated by most in the hobby. And I use the word underappreciated. I think it's appreciated. They'll say, "Oh, shout out to the sorters," or "Thank God for the sorters and shippers," but like they don't really. The breakers get all the glory, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's underappreciated. I think that they're not exposed enough in a good way, right? But I guess it's just the nature of the beast. But you're right, dude. It's a process that is delicate, and if something goes wrong somewhere along the way, everything can hit the fan, right? Like next thing you know, the guy who bought into a break for $500 for 3 spots doesn't get one of his 3 teams that he bought,
Yeah.
and then we don't know where that card is. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy, and I think the buying, the collector side, they don't really truly understand it until they get put into it. Because I know I didn't, right? And so it was crazy to see how it all works out and how delicate of a process it is. But yeah,
Yeah,
I sorted a little bit, definitely not as much as you. And I steered clear. I heard Bowman and I was like, this way. What else is here?
that's what I did too sometimes, if you're having a long day, been there for 6 hours, you don't wanna start a 2-hour sort, so you grab the
No,
easy ones.
boy, Bowman sorting for you Bowman buyers. We love you, but
Yes.
man, that's all I got.
That's where I got started for on the breaking side of it, helping out in baseball, is opening the packs, and
Mhm.
so many packs.
Bowman, 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 Bowman. What a beautiful product. What a beautiful set of collectors. What a tragic, what a scary, what a nightmarish sort.
Sort and shit.
Yes. Well, I mentioned your unique collection on the front. So what is unique about your collection? I
So
love
I'm
this. I love this, by the way.
I'm from Iowa, and there's not a professional sports team in the state. So what a lot of people do, me included, is they care more about the colleges, whether it's Iowa or Iowa State, some even Nebraska, than they do about professional sports teams. So my collection is all players that went to the University of Iowa.
You're not an
So
Iowa State, not an Iowa State guy.
I appreciate that. Like, I'll cheer for them if they're not playing Iowa, but when it's hate week when we play each other.
Yes. All Iowa guys. I know some of the dudes just from knowing you, right? I showed you
Yeah,
that picture of Amir Smith Marset yesterday.
yeah,
He was
that was
literally
awesome.
right there. I could have ran out and been like, my friend Ross thinks you're awesome. And then like ran back to the sideline. But, I wanted to keep my job. So even though it was the last game of the year, I could have, what are they going to do? Fire me?
I thought he was on the squad, so evidently he got called up.
Yeah, I mean he was one of the 3 returners pregame that came out. So I don't know if he's backup returner or third string, but whatever. It was cool to see him, and I was like immediately like, I gotta take a picture for Ross. Maybe we'll frame it. Maybe we'll have him sign it.
Yeah, he was really good at Iowa. In this last game, he scored a return touchdown, a receiving touchdown, and a rushing touchdown
Wow, that's
against
impressive.
USC in a bowl game. So yeah,
Against USC,
yeah.
that's impressive. So yeah, so let's talk about some of the guys that you have, and then you can even show off some of the cards that you have with you if you want.
Yeah, so my the main 3 I collect are Amir Smith Marset. See if I have them set out. Joe Wieskamp and Luca Garza, because Amir Smith Marset, we started going to Iowa. I went to Iowa for a year. We went at the same time. That's the National Treasures 101.
I was gonna say, is that National Treasures 101?
Yeah,
Wow.
collegiate.
Okay.
And Joe Wieskamp actually graduated high school. He went to Muscatine in Iowa, and we played at state at the same time they did. So I got to watch him play in person.
What did he do against you guys? Do you remember?
He didn't play against us. He was in 4A, we were in 3A, different size schools. But he scored like 35 points while being triple teamed the entire game. He would dribble to the lane. There would be 5 guys collapsing on him, and he would either shoot it, and if not, kick it out to the corner. And the person in the corner, wide open, just wouldn't shoot the ball. They'd wait until he got up to the top of the key, pass it to him, and he'd do it again for the entire game.
Look, man,
30 for the entire year.
When you have an NBA guy on your high school team, I think it just makes sense. The red shimmer you just showed us of Wieskamp.
Yeah.
That's numbered to what?
5.
And how many of those do you have?
I have 2 of the regular ones and 1 of the variations. This one is graded a 9.
So you're 3 short of owning all 5 of those.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I have a lot of incomplete collections like that. Like I have most of the cards of some of the guys, but you just missed out on one of them, and that person's probably not going to sell it again because they're not super hot commodities. So there's probably a few people doing what I'm doing.
I was going to say, it's probably someone doing very similar to what you do, and you're just going after certain guys, whether it's Iowa or whatever it is. Like, you and I came across that guy who had a ton of CJ Beathard, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like basically on eBay, if you look up CJ Beathard, every single card is his pretty much.
He's an Iowa guy, right?
Yeah, CJ Beathard went to Iowa.
Yeah.
He was drafted in like 2015 or something.
Have
So
you heard of, or do you know anyone else who does collecting like this? It makes sense the way you explained it. Iowa doesn't have a pro team; they're just worried about the college guys. That makes sense. But I mean, do you know of anyone else?
Jeff Silversmith, he lives a few hours from me, and he collects some of the Iowa guys, but I don't know if he goes. I think he's more of the higher end type.
Sure.
So I think he has more like Kittle and Hawkinson and Fant, which are more of the higher end Iowa guys.
Right. Right. Who's the third player you mentioned?
Luca Garza.
Oh yes. Let's see some Garza. Let's. This is the right Luca. This is
Yeah.
the Luca. No, dude, that's cool.
NT out of 99.
So you mentioned that you're going after the college guys, Iowa. You have the Smith Marset Collegiate. Do you go after college jersey cards? Does it not matter to you? Would
I
you rather have
prefer
the
the college.
pro? You would
I'd rather
prefer the
have the
college.
college. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
So
because if it's game used, it means that 99% of the time I've watched that game
that's cool.
because
Yeah.
I watch many Iowa games as I possibly can of any sport. So like if there's an Amir Smith Marset jersey piece, I probably watched the game he played in.
Yeah,
If,
that's
when,
pretty cool. That's
so
pretty cool.
it means more to me that way. But if there's a cool Spurs Joey's camp or whatever, I'll buy it. Like I don't, if it's the right price, I'm not trying to spend a ton of money, but
Right. There's a guy that works at Game Day out here. He thinks that college uni stuff is going to be kind of the next big thing because now all these kids can sign and all that stuff.
mhm,
And for people like you who just they don't have a pro team really, they just support athletes. It's the first level that they can support them at. So like a Bowman first of a college kid, he thinks is going to be popping off in a couple years. I don't think I disagree with him. I think there's plenty of college collectors, more than we know, I would say.
yeah. And it also helps because the college stuff is normally a little bit cheaper. It widens the people that are able to access some of the cards.
Yeah.
Like there's a Keegan Murray just got drafted by the Kings this year. He's tearing it up, and his college stuff is even a couple $100 for an autographed card. So when the pro stuff comes out, it's just gonna be through the roof. And for a guy like me, I can't afford the pro stuff.
Right.
So like what I can do to collect it.
Well, NBA Hoops is dropping. I think by time this airs, Hoops will be out. 2022-23 Hoops. So it'll be the
Right?
first look at the new kids. So I bet Ross is going to be buying into some Sacramento Kings breaks. I bet
Yep.
every now
You
and then.
seem like fine muster out.
Yes, you hit a Keegan Murray. Didn't we hit it, or did you buy it off of the guy who hit the Keegan Murray auto out of one of the Leaf boxes?
I bought one Keegan Murray out of Leaf, and then I had two people give me one.
I love it. I
So I
love
have
it.
three of them.
See, I love the gifting. The gifting is amazing. That's how I have a
Yeah,
few Romeo Dubs. That's who, dude. You know who the friend was that collects like you do?
yeah.
It's freaking me.
It's you.
I collect my Nevada guys, right? So
Yeah.
I have the Martin twins. If I was there while they were there, I collect them. So I have
Mhm.
Caleb and Cody Martin cards. I have Romeo Dubs, Carson Strong. I have some Toa Tawa, and I got one TJ Friedel auto. He plays for the Cincinnati Reds, and he was there at Nevada when I
Nice.
was there. So it was me. I'm the freaking friend.
You're the friend.
Yeah, I was like trying to think, and then I was like, oh wait, it was the whole time it was me. It's my Nevada collection. So we're similar in that way for sure. And then of course, I have my obsession with that guy. What do you got for the people? You want to do some plugs? Some shameless plugs? Where can they find you? When are you going to start your own podcast? All the stuff.
Just like you said earlier, just RDG. It's either RDG underscore 99 or dash 99, just depending on the platform. I don't really do a lot on Instagram or Twitter, but I'm gonna start posting some of my cards because I think it's just cool to show the people what you have. There's no reason to just start a collection and keep it in your closet,
Truth.
which is what I'm doing right now. Can I show one more
Of
card?
course. Yeah, no, please.
A few more actually.
Like I
Because
said, whatever you got, whatever else you want to do, I'm down. I love looking at
okay.
cards.
So Derek at Blaze he found these on one of the
Oh
Facebook
yeah, dude,
groups.
those are so cool. Those
It's
are so
Akram
cool.
Wadley. He went to Iowa a few years ago, and it's normally they don't have the Herky logo on the cards. It's normally just the stripes from the shoulder pads. So
What's his
these are
name again?
Akram Wadley.
Akram Wadley. See, I
I
mean,
don't
this guy's
ever get
cards.
drafted.
Yeah,
So
these guys' cards would never ever be collected by anyone. That's why I wanted to have you on
no,
because it's just so unique.
this is a Marvin McNutt. This was like when I was in elementary school was when he was playing. So like one of the like some of the first memories I have of watching football was of him scoring touchdowns
That's
and
cool.
him upsetting Michigan State when they were ranked like in the top 10 when I was a kid.
Let's go, Hawkeyes.
And then Keegan Murray, I was
Yeah.
really lucky and hit this out of a break from Blaise. I was just, figured might as well take a punt and got
Dude, I
the.
remember that. Wasn't that like one of the only Sacramento breaks that you bought into?
It was the only one. They were.
Oh, wow.
They hadn't hit anything of his all day, and I got that when I did buy into. So I got really lucky there.
Yeah.
And then the CJ Beathard guess is probably one of the coolest cards I've ever seen, at least
This
personally
card
to
is
me.
amazing.
It's a chin strap autograph right there. And then it's part of the Rose Bowl patch from when they made it in 2015, I believe.
And then the other patch literally says Iowa, right?
Yeah, and then it's the Iowa patch above the chin strap.
Man, that is a really cool card.
That was the one card I've seen, and I said I have to have it no matter how much it costs.
I was gonna say, would you say that is in your current collection, that's your holy grail? That's your top PC card right now?
Yeah, because Iowa doesn't do stuff like that very often, make the Rose Bowl. So when they do, it's just like everyone remembers it and talks about it.
That's a real. Show it one more time. Show it
One more time.
Yeah, dude, come on. And what is that? What is it?
It is National Treasures.
Yeah. Wow. That's so crazy. What a freaking card, dude.
Yeah, I have a few of other players with the Bull logos, and those are probably some of my favorite ones. Yeah.
Listen, Nevada, we had the Boise, Idaho Potato Bowl. Okay,
Nice.
There's a couple Carson Strongs out there with the Idaho Potato Bowl patch. Maybe I'll have to go get them. The guy's charging a lot. I'm like, come on, man, help me out. Help a Nevada collector out.
But
they feed on us, Ross.
They do. I've probably driven up the CJ Beathard market by 100% from the few cards I buy.
That's too funny. Very cool. So you're not starting your own podcast soon?
No, I don't have a lot to talk about. I'm kind of boring.
All right. Well, thanks again, Ross. Find him on RDG_99 or -99 on Instagram, Twitter. Where can we get crushed by you in FIFA? Is that your gamer tag?
Yeah, that's what it is.
RDG is underscore?
Yes.
Okay, RDG_99. Are you on Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Why aren't we gaming together? What the hell?
I don't know.
Cool.
Well,
thanks a lot, Ross.
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
Again, I want to thank Ross for taking the time. Like I said, one of the most genuine people. You could probably pick that up from the interview. Just a totally awesome person. Him and I, we got to go to a soccer match out here at Allegiant Stadium. We had a great time. He's just a solid dude. There's really nothing else to say about him. And how about his collection? How about the Rose Bowl patch card? That was insane. And collecting Iowa guys. Anyone out there do something like that and have a unique collection? Like I mentioned my Nevada collection. I collect the Martin twins. Who collects the Martin twins? Me. Carson Strong I've been collecting. No one really collects Carson Strong. So does anyone else have these type of ties to guys or universities, alma maters, that they just go out and they don't really care about collecting a whole set or anything, just more so their guys? I thought it was a cool perspective that Ross shared with us. So let me know if you have something similar. So again, thank you, Ross. And now we're going to slide right over into the UFC Optic box break. The box wasn't fantastic. But it also wasn't terrible. Had an interesting auto and a really nice color, actually. So here we go right into the box. UFC Optic debut. We're going in. We're going to try to open. Not try to. We're going to open. Try to hit big. 2022 Donruss Optic UFC debut. Hi, lovely. Debut product. We have a blaster as well, basketball blaster, that Lovely is supposed to rip as well. I don't think she'll do it on the live tonight, but you know, hashtag content. Hashtag content. Here we go. Sorry if I'm, wow, starting out with the red. Starting out with the red. Just as we said, we don't get enough color in here. Red Alexa Grasso to 199. I'm showing it to 2 different cameras, I forgot. To 199. Stargazing. Oh no, Dominators, John Jones. This is tough with this second camera. Make it make sense, Al. Make it make sense. There we go. Like that one's just a sleeve.
Okay.
What are you hoping for here? Any color, right? Any normal color from Optic, but you're hoping for just big name guys. Peter Yan.
Okay.
Stargazing Silver. Hollow. Sorry. It's Optic. Any big name guys. Patty the Baddie. I like Leech a lot. Lee Janglang. I love his auto. He literally signs in Japanese. I would love to get an auto.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Patty. Rated rookie Patty Pimblett.
John Jones, you just want sleeve. Just
yeah.
No top load.
Yeah. I can just sleeve too once we're done.
Oh, you're fine.
Glover Teixeira Hollow. That's a legend.
Mm-hmm.
That's a legend. Patty the Baddie. His last fight wasn't super impressive, but
Very controversial, that last fight. A lot of people think he lost.
is that just a standard my house? But it is Izzy, the last style bender. Israel Adesanya, my house. His last fight was a Saudi.
So
It's just sleeve. Another my house. The my house has come out a lot in UFC Optic, which I'm not mad at. Habib Nurmagomedov. Yes, sir. Be nice to us. Give us something good. Give us a cool auto. Give us Jeremy's PC. The great Alexander Volkanovski. Best pound for pound. A lot of people say.
I'd say so. I'd say.
Hollow in the back. Rated rookie. And then it's Corey Sandhagen Hollow. The nickname cards are sick. I wish that they would be hollow every now and then.
I'm very interested to see how his fight with Islam Makhachev is going to go, though. I'm a huge Volkanovski fan, and I am terrified.
A lot of people love Volk. A lot of people. I'm saving the orange. I'm going to sweat the orange there. Another My House. Told you it comes out a lot. Cerrone, Thug Rose, Ortega. Thug Rose, My House.
Easy.
YouTube, I'm sorry I'm kind of butchering your side of the break. It's all a learning process. Stargazing. It's the champ, Charles Oliveira. Is he still the champ?
He is not.
He lost, didn't he? Mm-hmm. That's right. Gosh, that's weird.
He lost to Islam Makhachev.
Gosh, that's weird. He did lose to Islam. Wow.
I don't see anybody beating him, to be honest with you.
You want to tell me, you want to pronounce his name for me?
What's that?
I can never say his first name correct.
Shavkat Rakhmonov.
Say it again louder. Say it with your chest.
Is it?
I don't think it's Shavkat.
Yeah.
I think the S is silent.
Havkat Rakhmonov?
I don't know, man. Steven Thompson, Wonder Boy. He sucks.
Yeah.
He sucks.
I loved his last fight, dude, against Kevin. What's his name?
Dominators of Oliveira. Optographs, it's Matt Hughes.
Hey.
Matt Hughes auto. Okay. Legend auto.
It's the reason I started training.
I'll never forget the fight where he jumped on dude's back and took him and won that way. He literally squeezed him on his back. That was insane. That was insane. That's not the auto we want though, Chancellor. It's not the auto I want. Another Volk, Stargazing. So the orange, hopefully the orange is nice.
So what would you be your gold model you'd like to see here?
In this. The guy's IPC, Umar. If he, I don't know if he signs in this. Blue, we have a blue as well. Umar Nurmagomedov. It is a rated, ooh, nice. Max Griffin, rated rookie blue. 24 of 99 on the Max Griffin. I dig it. I dig it. If you dig it, I dig it. Josh, do you sub through someone? Or do you just do it yourself? Dominators. Rachmanov again. I don't see, I know if I don't know how to say it, I intentionally butcher it. The Lioness, Amanda Nunez. Talk about weird when she wasn't the champ for a moment, too.
Yeah.
That was really weird. She took it back, though.
Curious to see how that trilogy's gonna play out, too.
She took it back with a vengeance. I told everyone, I said, there's no way. That was such a fluke loss.
No, 100%.
In my opinion. Your PC is hiding. I said through my buddy that has a subscription. Nice, okay. But you like prep and stuff yourself, or do you send to someone? Does he prep? Your PC is hiding. Where is she at? Where's the Voices of the Octagon? For Jeremy's PC. Is AK-47 fan a scammer? We don't know. Chris Dawkins, everyone's favorite fighter. Ooh, Stipe Miocic holo.
Okay.
2 packs left. Straight up scammer. I knew it. Just like Karolinko was. Just kidding. I love Karolinko. John Anik. Voices of the Octagon.
Wow.
That's a cool card, huh?
That's kind of cool, yeah.
Cool looking card.
Yeah.
I really like the design of the Voices of the Octagon. YouTube. For those of you watching on YouTube. That's a cool looking card. It's got something on it. It's my break, so I can scratch the card. Vicente Luke. Last pack, and then we have the orange. Last pack, and then we have the orange, and I can stop recording on the YouTube. Ooh, Hamzat.
Chimaev. That is my PC right there.
Is it?
I love Hamzat.
I don't know why, Timmy. I really don't know why, but this card, it feels 7.5 pounds heavier than I expected it to. It's like, it's heavier than the rest of them in here. I can't really lift it.
He's dense. He's quite dense.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm here all night. What is the orange? Who's the orange? Be massive. Be someone we want. It's not a rookie. Be a legend then. Wow, what a terrible sweat. What a terrible sweat. Jessica Andrade orange.
Gosh, yeah.
I should have sweat the blue to 49. I should have sweat the blue. Max Griffin. Dang, I mean, we didn't get any massive hits. The auto's pretty cool. Matt Hughes, right? He's an icon, a legend. And the blue Max Griffin, you don't hate it. You don't hate it. It's a solid rated rookie to have to 99. The card itself looks pretty clean. If you couldn't tell, I was doing it both on Whatnot and for the YouTube channel, so it got a little sloppy at parts. I'm sorry about that, but overall, okay box. That was the second one I've opened for myself. First one was a bit better. I had a Rose to 5 Stargazing insert, which was cool, and Nate Diaz Holo Auto, also pretty cool. But, you know, I love UFC cards. I love UFC Optic. I love UFC Select. I actually have a box of Select Hobby on its way to me now, and Prism Hobby. Hopefully we can run a break with that. Kind of a little mixture, one Select, one Prism. But anyways, I just love UFC cards. I love collecting them. I have quite a stack here of UFC cards, but I have a ton in my closet over here. A full one row, I'd say, solid of some soft sleeved and some top loaded UFC cards. I've been collecting them for a while. Again, thanks for watching. This was episode 7 of Throne Breaks. I'm your host, Big Al. Thanks to Ross again one more time. And as always, don't forget how awesome you are.